Hi and welcome to the NPP Group and our building block series. Today we're going to discuss how you can build your property portfolio, your business with leverage from day one. Okay, so everybody comes into property basically obsessed with the concept of passive income. I don't really like the concept of passive income because it's a little bit of a myth, but I am obsessed with highly leveraged income. That's income for a system that you've generated and you've built that you now don't do a huge amount of work and it produces cash for you. So I want you guys to be thinking about highly leveraged income and building a machine that can deliver that from day one. The people that come through the property courses with us or anybody else, it's the passive, it's the leverage that we all get excited with. However, a huge amount of people leave the seminar, leave the YouTube video, everything else, and they dive into their property business and they build their property business around their skill set, whether they are good at finding deals or they're a builder, and they get too headlong into that business and never actually make their way back out where all the leverage is. So today I'm going to explore with you how you build with leverage in mind from day one and keep that distance. That's the way I did it. I came into property for choices, time. I have a young family and I didn't want to build a 60-hour-a-week job for myself. I wanted to build machines that could generate leverage income for me. So we're going to look at a very simple 4-step process today. And number one is very simply, if you're coming into this journey with a partner like I was, the wife, it could be a business partner, it could be a romantic partner, but if you're coming into the business with a partner, sit down early, have a conversation about where you perceive your skill sets to be at this stage. Keynote, this will change along the journey, you'll progress, you'll evolve, and you'll need to review this, but sit down day one, think about where your skill sets are and make sure you're applying your time to different areas. So it might be that one of you is going to take a lead on administrative piece and the other one's going to take a lead on finding money, for instance. But there is leverage in the two of you spending time in two different areas straight away, magnifying the amount of activity that's going on in your young business and making sure that you're really finding leverage on each other. So the first piece of leverage that you're going to get is with your partner, with your business partner, with your relationship. Easier said than done, and I'm expecting lots of DMs and comments to me. How the hell do you work with your wife is something that I'm often asked. Hannah and myself own a big portfolio, we develop together, and we own a suite of businesses together. And the actual key to marriage, just to let you know, is don't spend that too much time together. Make sure you're leveraging each other really well. Okay, number two, you need to focus on where your time is best spent in the business. So that's not just a case of, oh, it's the same as number one, we're doing separate things, myself and my partner. No, you really need to focus in on laying down the highest value hour that you can do. As you progress, look, day one, you do everything. It's a startup company. I get it. I've been there, believe me. But what people fail to do and stay in this sort of mundane area, never really experience growth, is because they don't challenge themselves on subcontracting and outsourcing the lower value tasks early enough. There's a point in every business where you start to make a little bit of money. In your property business, maybe it's that you've got 1-2 houses off the floor and you're now cash flowing £6,000-7,000 a month. What I would do at that stage is outsource the lower value tasks, often administrative tasks or property finding, other things. Outsource that. Your income will deplete, but your ability to scale will go through the roof. And that is the mechanism that you need to apply all the way through growing your business. It's a simple concept, but when you're in it, it is a scary concept, but you've got to create more time, you've got to lay down the hours. I always talked about this previously when I used to coach people, which was a fact that this, if you want to go and make £10,000 a month, look at what the £10,000 a month people are doing. replicate their actions and subcontract everything else. There's going to be plenty of people sat behind the video screen now thinking, yeah, that's great for you, Mike, because you've built this, but how did I build it? I understand that's going to reduce your money and put you on beans and toast potentially for a few weeks with the family, but it's the way to scale and grow. It's the way to build the machine that will deliver leverageable income to you and your family. Okay, number 3, you must become the coach, you must become the manager, and you must think people. Okay, when you're building a machine that can deliver leverageable income within a property business, it's all about the people. Okay, it's not about the property. They're tangible, they're bricks and mortar, you can insure them, you know, we know and love that. But building a team and building leverage is all about you finding the right people, working with the right people, coaching the right people, managing the process and building that machine. So you really need to upskill yourself and look at your ability to coach, manage, share a vision, bring the right people to you. And I'm guessing by the time you're actually implementing stage 3, you're evolving as a person and you're really growing, starting to maybe change your stripes, change your spots from where you were, you're evolving, you're changing your DNA, I like to say, and you're becoming somebody that people can be attracted to and follow you on your journey. The skill set of managing people, whether that be subcontractors, your holistic power team, your solicitors, your brokers, your builders, or whether that's you've actually employed them and brought them in. There's kind of potato, to be honest with you. You're still managing people, slightly different nuances. That may be an area that you go, well, this is brilliant, that is my skill set. Great, let's get there quickly. If you're at stage 1, 2 and you're thinking, wow, that's really not my strong suit, then start reading up on that, start investing in yourself in that area now, because there's very little way of you scaling your portfolio and your property business without working with great people. Number 4, the simplest of the lot, but it's going to be a forever task for you. And it is very, very simply review your processes, where your time is being spent, and your people often. Okay, so this isn't I'm doing the right thing, job done, tick it off. Oh, I've got the right people, job done, tick it off. I've got the right team, job done, tick it off. This is a forever task. This is what's exciting about business and property. You will be doing this forever. You need to set up reviewing mechanisms for yourself first. I always say, don't point the finger at anybody else until you've looked in the mirror and looked at your own actions. That's critical to success. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. That's critical to success. And you've got to review your team. You've got to keep people on the right track. You've got to review your strategy, where you're going as a business, whether you're investing in the right stock, whether you should be changing. The review process is absolutely critical to continued success in life, in business, and in property. That was a quick stop tour of how to build your property business with leverage from day one, and don't become the guy laying down the low value hours for the rest of your life. If you like what you saw, please click follow, share, do all the wonderful things, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.